know, the 5-star shout out.
I'm not gonna say it because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in. You can't make you know what I'm talking about.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the side, Jawn. I'm here with my beautiful co-host, the Chocolate Girl.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the side, Jawn. Hey, Dennis. What's up, baby? What's up? We back again. 2 weeks in a row. We back again.
Happy New
On
Year,
Saturday, baby. My favorite day of the week.
That's right. That is right. I'm happy to be here. I'm having a good time. Yeah, we had a pretty good week. I've been working a lot of OT. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm working a lot of OT and paying some stuff off. It's been going about pretty good. Pretty good.
That's good. It's good to have goals.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's definitely good to have goals. Yeah, because you know, you get to check them off. Like, yeah, I did that, got that done. And, you know, you start to look at your list and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna need some more goals because I'm running out of these ones. That's what I'm starting to notice.
Speaking of goals, we are going to have a vision board show.
Yes, I was thinking about doing that at the end of the month.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, I was thinking about having it at the end of the month because I wanted to make sure that you know, get everything done. Everybody on there that has done one, or if you're not done one, everybody on there that can see, you know, the one that I did. So
oh yeah, I can't wait to see your vision board.
Yeah, it's gonna be real good. Gonna be good. How was your week though?
My week was it was great. It really was good. Interesting, but good. It was good. I was so happy that we beat the Ravens last weekend. Made the playoffs, won the division. So I was happy about that. I'm repping my Steelers, but I'm also repping my Spartans because our basketball team is doing pretty well. Coach Izzo.
Yes, they is.
That's my guy. And shout out to him. Shout out to former Michigan State basketball player, Carlton Valentine, because we follow our Spartans and I see him commenting a lot. So shout out to him.
All
but
right.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good week. Busy work week. Overtime, of course, like I always do. But it's been a good week. The weather's been agreeing with me this week. A little warmer than it was. So, you know me, I love warmer weather. I can't stand being cold. So,
yeah.
Been feeling better. I think it's the weather though. The weather makes me feel
I did feel better than I did last week. Last week I was under the weather, so I feel better than I did last
that warm weather make you feel better. I'm telling you. But how was your week, sir?
My week was good. My week was, like I said, overtime. Been doing different things, you know. This is the year that I'm going to learn production. So I've been, you know, I got like a traveling podcast setup going on. I done bought lights. I got a camera. I got mic. Yeah, so.
Oh, is this the vision coming? I remember 5 years ago talking about traveling.
Yeah.
And us meeting up, doing live shows and stuff.
And I was always like, And I was always sitting there and I was like, I'm gonna try to get this or I'm gonna try to get that, and I was like, you know what? I'm doing pretty good money wise. Let me just buy things piece at a time, get it together. A little bit at a time, get it together. And you know what it was? It was those Wednesdays I was going down to Jersey to meet up with Boom. Shout out to Eric Boom. To meet up with
What's
Boom.
up, Boom?
Do the House of Boom podcast. And I seen their setup. And I was seeing how, they did things and how they was putting stuff together, and I spent time with Boom and I asked him questions, and afterwards we'll go somewhere to chill or go somewhere to go eat, and he'll have his laptop and put his clips together. And I was like,
that got you interested, huh?
Yeah, because I needed better clips. I need better clips because my clips is good, but I need better clips. And then I start saying, not only do I need better clips, I need to know what's the best time to put a clip out. And I'm starting to get that on point now.
When is the best time to put it out?
Early in the morning. You put it out like 4 in the morning. Put it out 4 in the morning. And you can set them too. You can set your clips up, to put them out at 4 in the morning.
Right.
4 in the morning. By the time 2 in the afternoon come, you'll be done hit a high mark. Whatever mark you didn't hit before, you'll double that. You'll double that. And certain situations, if you like first on the news, like I was one of the first ones to put something out about that coach from Michigan that had that affair with that lady.
Right.
There was a clip out of him and her standing next to each other and they was talking to each other. I took that clip and then I took the clip from Sinners and I put it underneath of it.
I saw that.
The white lady was talking, and I put it underneath of it. That right there got 425 views. 425,000 views.
Gosh. Wow.
Yeah, 425,000 views.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not bad. You want to teach me how to do that? How to put one below the other? I don't know how to do that yet.
TikTok.
You know what? TikTok has the best video making technology than any of them for me, because I know if I sat down and I looked at the buttons and pushed on each one of them and figured it out, because I've done what do you call it, the remix with you on one side talking and I've done that. And what I find myself doing is creating a video on TikTok now and downloading it and sharing it other places.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
That's where I make my video. I stopped making it on whatever that thing is on iPhone, the video thing. iMovie. That thing is terrible. It's not very good at all. So I stopped using it. I do it all in TikTok, or you could download CapCut, but now CapCut wants you to pay some money for it, and I'm not doing that. Oh, they do? I didn't find CapCut very user friendly either.
Yeah, well, if you still wanted them templates from TikTok, like I took a template from TikTok that was actually pretty good, but it's a CapCut template. So once you go to hit the template button, you can take you right to CapCut. Then you go to CapCut, then they'll tell you to put certain things in there, and they'll put it all together for you, make a hell of a video for you. I'm like, oh, this is nice. Okay, yeah, it's like it makes things a lot easier. When I see my nieces and nephews making videos off TikTok, and I was like, man, that's a nice video. Y'all got some bad pictures in here, but this is a nice video though. I was like, all right, I'm gonna figure this out. I'll take some time. I'm gonna figure this out. I'll let you know. I'll figure this out. I'm gonna get to know this. That's how I felt.
How's our Sweet Love TMA family doing?
Sweet Love, I haven't seen them. Well, since the show, I haven't seen them.
We gotta have them back soon. I told you once a quarter. They need to be here.
Yeah, once a quarter.
Shout out to Sweet Love TMA if y'all watching. friends of the show.
Most definitely. They'll be on though. They'll be on. Those are our girls. They'll definitely be on. Now, we was talking about it's been some interesting things that went on this week. All right. Me and you, we both go to church, we both believe in the Lord. And I've seen some interesting things in church in my life, but I think this New Age church has really got it. And I'm gonna have to say they out here doing
a great segue that was. That was good. That was good, Dennis.
They out here doing some things. So I'm gonna introduce you to these videos, and you let me know. Now, this is the first one. This is from the wife. All right.
Did you have even a sliver of doubt before you walked out to go to the event about the dress and that it might create a stir?
People have said, she knew it would get this reaction. My ego is not that big. Wow. I don't dress for people. I dress for myself and for my husband. I am a wife. Yeah. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. I have a doctorate. I'm a professor. There are plenty of things that I do. And the challenge is we often want to see a woman be one-dimensional. I am multi-dimensional. I carry multiple titles. Now, what you choose to call me on whatever day is fine for whatever that might be. But I think that there is this idea that a woman can only be one thing. And once I happen to marry a pastor, I happen to fall in love with a man who is a pastor, right? And so with that came the title of First Lady. But there is no book for that. There is no manual for what that looks like. And I have decided that the title does not define me. I define what the title is.
Now,
all right, First Lady.
That's nice for the First Lady. Now, when people start talking in church, people start talking. How I go in church. People start talking in church now.
Just like at work.
After she wore that dress, Pastor had something to say.
Because there's a double standard in church when it relates to women, and it's abysmal hypocrisy. You got out of shape preachers who rail on modesty but have never preached a sermon on obesity and gluttony. Our misogyny has become institutionalized and cloaked under spirituality. Today, if a man falls out at the altar, you will let him lay there. But if a woman lays out at the altar, you'll pull out more sheets than Bed Bath and Beyond. In the black church tradition, in case you did not know, in the church that you were raised in the black church that you were raised in, ushers coming down the aisle had to put their hand behind their back. That was, in fact, instituted for female ushers so that men who were sitting on the aisle would not be attracted to look at their derriere. So they had to put their hand behind their back to block the eyes of nasty deacons who couldn't keep focus on the cross. We have placed the full responsibility of warding off temptation on women without putting a demand of sexual discipline on men. We have swallowed an Americanized rape culture. The American rape culture asked women first, what were they wearing? As if the hemline is an invitation to violation. So no correction for brothers in tight pants. No correction for brothers who got their shirts unbuttoned all the way to their belly button. No correction for brothers wearing the tight shirts even when it's wintertime. Be very clear that the Jezebel spirit is not gender specific. There are Jezebels and there is Jarrell.
All right. Now, hold on, Sharon. Because
What? I'm holding on.
then, somebody got something to say. All right.
Oh, yeah. Bring him on. Bring him on.
A preacher presented his wife the other day, and I guess you call that a flesh-colored dress. I don't know. It's black dress and flesh color. It gives the illusion that she's not wearing anything underneath. And I heard the preacher, when he defended her dress, by saying, first of all, he bought the dress. And then he said, I want to address people who don't know anything, who haven't been anywhere, who don't know nothing. So I guess our objection to a man of the cloth presenting his wife in public looking like a $2 whore. Two. At least two. Now, I didn't say she was. I'm not talking about her. My statement is not about her. My statement is about him. I said he presented his wife. And he said he bought the dress. Those are his words, not mine. There is nothing classy about that. There's nothing modest about that. He said we haven't been anywhere. What I would like to know is where have you been? Where did he go? So I'll make sure that I never go there, because I don't want to go anywhere and I come back with that kind of a notion. Now I will say this, and this is a comment about my wife, not his wife. This is a comment about my wife. My wife wouldn't have done it, no matter what I said. She just would have said, honey, I'll wear this for you. I'll wear this for you at home when we know the grandkids aren't coming. Because there is such a thing as decency. Decency. Y'all don't like me. But in public, at an event where everyone will see, I don't know of a greater way for a man to demean his wife. And if he doesn't think that that is demeaning her, there is something wrong with him. But then again, we're also talking about the guy who looked at Cam Newton's legs and told Cam he had pretty legs. Yeah, see, so.
And then there's a response.
It did, however, stand out to me that there were religious leaders who used their platforms to say things that I truly was confused by it. Yeah. We talk about grace. Yeah. We talk about understanding. There was at least one bishop who said that I'm paraphrasing here because it's actually really hard to even say, but implied that you were treating her like a prostitute, essentially, is what he said.
Yeah, it was very painful. I don't use my platform to preach against other preachers when there's so much that's going on in the world. Did it hurt? I mean,
this is the woman, as you said,
yes.
When your 5 habits, one of them was to protect her.
Yes.
And to not be defensive in protecting her.
Yes.
How did it feel? Because it is your wife.
Yeah, it was very enraging and irritating. And at the end of the day, I had to think to myself, to respond to that, does that grow the church or does it diminish it? Yeah. And so at that moment, I had to separate my humanity and really deal with my divine call.
All right. What's your thoughts?
You really want to know?
I really want to know.
Okay, so here's what I have to say. Pastor Bryant, Jamal Bryant, is the husband of the woman in the dress.
That's right.
She is the first lady.
That's right.
And in the history of the Black church, there is a certain standard or image that the first lady is supposed to uphold, right?
That's right.
But over the years, over the decades, looking at the Black church, there are many ways that I've seen first ladies dishonor their role. Dishonor.
I'm ready. I'm waiting.
And it didn't have it may not have anything to do with the way that they are dressed. Because you can be a haughty woman and have your dress all the way up to your neck and down to your ankles, totally covered up, and still dishonor the role.
Bad spirit.
Bad spirit, bad mouth, bad thoughts, bad attitude, gluttony. Let's talk about it.
I mean,
People want to, whenever people chastise women with the way that they're dressed, and it's not just straight nudity, I have a problem with it. Now, the illusion is an illusion. I don't characterize the illusion as being as bad as the real deal. What do I mean by that? You remember that see-through dress that Tony Braxton wore? I know you do.
Yeah.
I know you remember. Because I'm sure you.
I don't remember that 100% like you saying, but I kind of remember.
You kind of remember. Well, at the time, all the men were salivating over it. Or go back to even the famous J-Lo and Diddy picture. She had the dress down to here and the booty out and all that. Remember that one?
Yeah, I remember the Lil' Kim one with
and the Little Kim one with the pasty on one side.
Yeah.
You know, they're entertainers. They're not first lady of a church. So they can push the envelope a little bit more. But still, a lot of people thought that was distasteful at an award show. And Dinah Ross made that plain. And I understand that. But this is different to me. Not only is it 2026 now and not 1986, it's also different in that it's an illusion. It's not a sexual illusion. It's just flesh tone. I've worn flesh tone stuff before. It's not offensive to wear. I just saw somebody with a flesh tone. She had on a flesh tone tube shirt underneath an overshirt. And I literally mean it was the same color as her flesh. But then you looked, you saw, oh, okay, that's the top. She's not, you know. It didn't make me feel some type of way. I really think that this stems from what Pastor Jamal Bryant said. It's the patriarchy, the double standard. That's what it is. And like he said, he bought the dress for her to wear. She looked beautiful in it. And here's something else that I want you to think about, that what that bishop said. He said that Pastor Bryant presented his wife. Did you hear me? He present his wife. She's not a show pony. She's not a show pony. She's a woman. Is she not in? What's with this? He presented her. He's not leading her. They presented each other. They showed up together. He's not presenting her. She's not his daughter. She's his wife. Equal partner. Not property. Not an animal. But him choosing to use that word in his admonishment shows what's on his mind and where he's coming from, in my opinion. Now, I'm the first lady of a church. Would I have worn that? No, I wouldn't have. But that's me. But I don't chastise her for wearing it. But see, she's unapologetic, period. She's just all around unapologetic. So she's going to do that. I'm not going to do it, but that's just me. And I don't have any problem with her doing it. I feel like everybody has their choice on what they want to do.
Okay. They got dressed to go to the NCAA. I'm sorry. Is it the United Negro Fund?
It was a United Negro College Fund where they raised $4 million.
$4 million, right.
Nobody talked about that though.
No, nobody said anything about that. All they talked about was the dress.
Yep.
Was the dress.
That's the story.
Storyline was the dress. Nobody gave a damn about the United Negro Fund, College Fund. Nobody gave a damn about none of that. It was just the dress. I didn't think personally, dress is the dress. She felt like wearing a dress. That's on her. Do I think my first lick? No. Not anybody I want? No. But that's them. That's how they get down. That's what make them happy. That's on them.
I have no issue with it.
But it's always, and this is the problem that people have with churches. It's always something to say in the church.
Yeah.
And then people are like, won't you come to my church? No, your church talk too much.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, we're different. We're different. My church is different. No, you're not.
Church ain't no different.
No, you're not.
That's why you don't have that many members that have been there that long.
Right.
They all left because your church is on some BS.
Judgmental.
Too judgmental.
Judgmental, self-righteous, and hypocritical.
Exactly.
You know, people always want to talk about the big things. Homosexuality, infidelity, promiscuousness. But just like he said, they don't want to talk about gluttony.
No.
They don't want to talk about being dishonest.
No.
They don't want to talk about cheating. They don't want to talk about anything else but those things. They need to go. The lack of self-control, that's sinful. Creating factions in the world, within the church, that's a sin. It's in the Bible. I mean, people follow the Bible. Go read it. But they don't want to talk about that type of stuff. They just want to talk about the big stuff. Why? Patriarchy. Why I keep saying patriarchy? I ran this video by our friend, Dr. Lynn Sturdivant. And I asked for his reaction. It was one word: patriarchy. And I got it, because that was exactly what I said too. Shout out to Lynn. I hope he's watching.
My God.
I'm telling you. It's just we're 2026 and we're still having to undergo that. It's I don't know. Is it ever going to end?
No.
I feel like it was inappropriate for the bishop to say the phrase $2 whore in church.
Yeah. And put a 2 up. Two.
Yeah. 2 of them.
I personally don't. It shouldn't even been a conversation at your church.
No.
Going on to somebody else's church shouldn't concern your church unless you and that church are in business together.
And even if he wanted to talk about the incident, he should have used it as a teaching moment of grace. And that's what Tamron Hall was getting at.
I love Tamron.
Churches are supposed to be about grace, redemption, repentance, forgiveness. No, he's standing there. What he should have said to his congregation is, if you may disagree with what they did, but I'm calling you to have grace. Just pray for them, pray for their congregation, and pray that God uses this for good. And left it at that.
That's it. I'm trying to figure out, when did it become, hey, let me talk about how this church doing. When did it become all of that?
I don't know. I think it started around.
And it's not just him. It's a bunch of churches that's out there talking about his life like that.
I think it's spilled over into the church, just from an overall status of our American society now since 2014, and we know why.
Oh,
being out of pocket, saying the worst things, saying inappropriate things, saying hateful things, saying mean things, that is acceptable from the top.
From the top, because you know who, you know what.
Right. And so now it's commonplace, and it's even spilled over into the Black church. Need I remind Black folks out there listening, we can't do what everybody else does. Just remember that. And just when you think you can, something will happen to put you back in your place and bring you back to earth to remind you just another fill in the blank. Yeah. So that's how I feel about it. It's my 2 cents. That's the Chocolate Girls' reaction to that. I like I said, I would not have worn it, but that's because of me and my insecurities and my whatever. But I cannot hold her to my standard. That's my standard. And like I said, that bishop, wrong. He, like I said, he should have used it as a teaching moment to call on the congregation to pray for all of us, and for understanding and for grace and patience with people, because none of us are innocent. Not even his ass.
Yeah.
You got a comment? What's the comment?
Sister Sheila said the bishop should have had that conversation privately with them instead of publicly in his church.
I agree.
He should have called him on the phone.
I agree. I mean, if he truly cares, like he says, like he's clutching his collar, if he truly cares, I agree with her. I agree with Sheila. What do you think?
I truly believe that all the churches do have well, I ain't gonna say all the churches. I truly believe that pastors do know how to get in touch with other pastors.
Oh yeah, easily.
Right.
Quick Google search, church number. Hey, secretary, I need to reach the pastor. Here you go.
Okay. Don't talk about the plank in someone else's eye and not address your own. And I'm confident that he has the planks in his eye and church. Okay.
Exactly like I said. Let he without sin cast the first stone is a real thing.
Yes, it is. Well, that's the church. And you know what? I'm not here to sit here and talk bad about anybody. Pray for y'all. Hope y'all get yourselves together. But the gossiping, that got to stop. It's been tearing y'all down for years. It got to stop.
Mm-hmm. It's getting worse. It's not getting better. People have left the church in droves. And then they want to holler about the building fund. Had the same building for 112 years talking about a building fund.
Ain't changed the doorknob.
Not even the doorknob, honey.
Ain't changed the doorknob. Building fund. I like that. All right. Well, we got a letter.
Want me to read a letter?
Well, I got the first one. I'm gonna read the first one and let you read your letter. All right. So this letter made world
okay.
This letter made world stuff. So let me just say this. My boyfriend been outside heavy the past few weeks, picking up extra shifts and a side hustle to get my car fixed. Cool. I never asked him to, but I appreciate it. Tell me why this man accidentally stumbled across my little secret bank account. Stumbled across my little secret bank account with my $10,000 emergency stash in it and lost his mind. I'm sorry. He talking about all this time you had money and I'm out here busting my ass for you in your car. Sir, first of all, that's my emergency money. As a man, that's what you're supposed to do. That money is for if life punches me in the throat, if I got to move fast, or if something happened to me and my kids, not for routine car maintenance. Now he walking around mad and shit like I betrayed him. Thoughts, chocolate girl?
I want to know your thoughts, sir.
My thoughts personally, all that money I hustled for, I wouldn't have got the car fixed with.
You what?
I wouldn't have got the car fixed with. All that money I hustled for, I wouldn't have got the car fixed with.
Really? Why not?
I'm cool. Because you could have at least said, I got some money. I could have, you could have said something. Like you see me out here killing myself. Extra shifts, overtime, barely sleeping, got a side hustle, and you ain't said nothing like, "Babe, you ain't got to work that hard." Like, I see how much it costs. None of that. You ain't said nothing? No. I'm cool.
So how would you say that to her? What would you say to her?
Me now, I would say it just the same way I say it to you now. Like, you know what? I did all that hustling, thinking that, trying to help you get on your feet, but you don't need help getting on your feet. You all right.
Now, is this your wife or your girlfriend?
This is a girlfriend. She ain't say that. She said my boyfriend.
Okay.
She did not specify that was her husband, nothing like that.
Mm-hmm. And what? Okay. Well, let me say it this way. If she was inclined to tell you, she would have told you before you started working all that overtime. She should have said, I'm just saying this to you, just to get your thoughts on it. Would you have preferred that she said, okay, I got to get my car fixed. They're saying it's going to be $6,000. Car's worth $20,000. And it's going to be $6,000. So it's worth getting fixed. I got about 10 grand in emergency money put up, but that's for an emergency. Like if something really, life altering happens and we got to have some money, we'll have it. Right? What would you say to her if she said that?
I would say, listen, I'm going to go hustle up $3,000. You put the other 3 to it. We'll get the car fixed. Then we'll hustle your 10 back together as a unit. That
works. Let me tell you what I said. What I said. My first thought. That's a good thought. First of all, let me compliment you on your answer. That's a great answer. But let me say, my first thought was to say back to her, well, that is a life-altering event. We both need cars to get around, take care of our business, and yours is down right now. Isn't that what an emergency fund is for?
She might say, no, I work from home, so it ain't that bad.
You did, but that wasn't part of the letter. We don't know she works from home.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said the comeback part would have been, it's not, because she's out there making it seem like the car isn't an issue to her. Like, she just like, he doing all these extra hours for my, to get my car fixed I'm thankful and all, but
wait a minute.
really
She made
like I don't really need it.
She made the comment. That's what he's supposed to do. What?
Right.
Okay, so yeah, man is supposed to. Okay, but he doesn't supposed to be deceived though. And to me, that's deception. Not to disclose that.
Or even an offer. Like you could have said, "Hey, babe, listen, it costs $6,000 to get it fixed. I'm gonna pay $3, you pay $3." You know what I mean? She could have offered. She ain't even offer.
Can you just help me?
Right. She ain't even
Something?
offer.
Can you help me out?
You the man in the house. Kill yourself without you getting your health together and everything. Get this car fixed, and I won't even drive you to the hospital. You catch an Uber. All right. That's the way it sounds. That's all that's saying to me.
But let's remember, she said she didn't ask him to get her car fixed.
No.
She didn't ask him to. He decided that's what he was going to do. Now, I'm not saying that excuses her behavior. I'm saying it because since she knows that she didn't ask him to do it, that's all the more reason when she saw him working his tail off that she should have said something about the money she already had.
Exactly. Just like he didn't ask you. I mean, just like you ain't asked him to get it. It's the same way you should have went to him and said, "You know what, babe, you don't need to be working that hard for the car. I really don't use the car like that." Could have said something like that, but it's like had a man go kill himself. Mentally, he's gone. Just want to let you know that mentally, I know where he's at. Mentally, he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But for him to see that you had $10,000,
it'd be different. It'd be different if she only had like 1,500 saved up. She got 10 grand.
And I understand the emergency. I think that's a great thing that she got $10,000 for an emergency. I think that's a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't
this
think
is an emergency.
I don't think you need a whole 10 to move.
But this is an emergency.
Right.
She said it's an emergency fund, and this is an emergency.
That's what I thought, but like I told you, to a guard might not be an emergency to her.
Well, then he don't need to be fixing it then. Since you don't care, then he shouldn't care.
Right. It might be
no big deal to you, then let him keep his money. Go take a trip with the fellas or something.
She might work from home, and she might be homeschooling the kids. So
you never know.
You never know. You never know what's happening.
Never know. But and if that were my son and he comes tell me that this is what happened, I'd be like, run. Because to me, that's lightweight character issue to me. If she's gonna be deceptive about that, what else could she possibly be deceptive about?
So okay, well, let me ask you this. So you couldn't be with a person that had money to the side for an emergency
that you didn't know about?
That you didn't know about.
It depends on our circumstances.
Okay.
It depends. And let me explain briefly. Okay. If you and I are together and both of us, we have okay jobs, expenses are high, one of us got a whole child support debt that we got to pay, whatever. And so we fight every month. Every month we put our stuff together. We're working hard, right? Just to get all our bills paid, maybe put a little bit back and do some things every now and then. Maybe go out to dinner once a month, something.
Right.
And then I find out you got this account, that's a problem. Now, if we live in large, we both got it like that, we doing well, and I find out you have a little stash, I wouldn't be quite as upset because I probably have my own too.
Okay.
And I do believe that sometimes in a relationship, it depends. I never say all relationships, but depending on a relationship, I do believe sometimes it warrants you having an account that your spouse doesn't know about, especially if you happen to be in love with someone who's not very good with money. and who you thought would get better and promised he would or she would, and she doesn't. And she's still hurting the overall health of the household because she refuses or he refuses to budget, or he or she refuses to balance their checkbook, or he or she goes out and just buy stuff all willy-nilly without even so much as considering the bills first or something like that. Then yeah, you probably should have a secret account, because any day now this food gonna mess up, and then you have a decision to make. Are you gonna stay with this person because you love them that much, or is their behavior not loving you enough that you say, we got to end this? No matter how much I love you, you're not protecting me. You're not showing me love. You're not whatever.
Right.
That's a larger issue. So that's how I got to say about it.
Now, I'm a firm believer that both parties in a relationship should have a secret stash. Not no $10,000, okay? But I think about 1,000 to the side just in case something happens.
You said all?
Yeah, both parties, yeah.
And it should be secret?
Yeah, like they're just them.
Well, it doesn't have to, just because it's just them, it doesn't mean it has to be secret.
Okay.
To see, in my relationships,
because I think
I would have a joint account, and then he has one and I have one.
Right.
Only his, only mine. I can't tell him what to do with his one account. He can't tell me what to do with mine. We have a joint account. That's for the household. Take care of expenses, trips, whatever the household needs.
Right.
But that's not secret. We know about it. We just we don't have access, but we know it's there. We don't even have to know how much it is.
Okay. Well, I've been in relationships where I never discussed exactly how much money I had. I just discussed paying the bills that needed to be paid.
Mm-hmm.
I never really discussed how much money I had.
Why not?
I don't know. Some old guy always told me, "Don't you ever tell a woman how much money you got?"
Don't blame it on the OG now. Don't blame it on the OG.
I used to work at, so when I was younger, I worked at Walmart. And back then at the Walmart, every year you got a bonus check if your store did good.
Yeah.
So this was the next year I was there. We all getting our bonus check. They put the bonus check together instead of two separate checks. Used to be two separate checks. So all the married guys in there was pissed, okay? And I was like, why y'all upset? Like they all got in a group and just started talking. I was like,
oh, I know why. Go ahead.
Why y'all upset? Man, because they put the bonus check all in one check. Now our wives know where all our money is.
Right. They were taking that second check that she didn't know nothing about.
You know nothing about it. They put it to the side.
Got it.
And, they'll surprise her, get a little things, Anytime something needed around the house, like, you know what? They use that bonus check for, she never knew. She never knew. That's how they were taught. Yeah, that's a good thing to use it for.
See, yeah, that's funny. That's funny. That serves them right, I guess. I don't know.
They was upset about that, man.
You and your Walmart, you got some good Walmart stories, though.
Yeah,
I love when you tell a good Walmart story.
Walmart, man, that was my experience to a married life, and I was like, these guys really put money to the side that their wife don't know about.
Yeah,
and they was like, yeah, it'll help your marriage, because if your wife see your money is to be spent. Her money is to be saved. That's what I used to say it to me.
But that's not necessarily true.
It's not 100% true, but I understood what he meant.
Yeah. It depends. But anyway, anything else about that one? Or should I go ahead and read the other letter?
Oh, no, you go ahead and read the other letter.
Okay. So, dear Side Jawn, I have known one of my colleagues about 3 years. We aren't friends, but friendly. I also have a very good friend I've known about 12 years. He's a gay man who's been in a relationship with one of my other male friends for about 2 years. One day at a meeting, my colleague was talking to a few of us about a guy she's been dating about a month and how wonderful he seems. She was talking about him coming to pick her up from the meeting in a few minutes. After she gave a few more details about this guy, he walked in the place to let her know he's there to pick her up. Turns out he's the ex of one of my gay friends. I met him once a long time ago, but I don't think he recognized me. But he's been in a few relationships with men. The next day, I guess this person is a woman, I'm assuming. The next day, I told my gay friends about what happened and who I saw. And they were stunned because he is known in their circle to be on the DL. So they told me I need to let my colleague know he is on the DL, the down low. People don't know what DL means. I'm not sure I should. It's not like we're friends. We are just in a couple of the same organizations. She is a nice person and seems to have no idea what she's getting into. Should I tell her or should I just keep my mouth shut? It really ain't none of my business, right? Signed, Lena. All right, Miss Lena. You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go ahead.
I think there's a reason she keeps emphasizing that they're not that good of friends. And when you're not that good of friends with someone, you don't know them very well. You don't know how they're going to react, how they're going to take it. You just don't know. And I know for me, since we're just colleagues and not friends, I would pray for her and keep it moving. I don't think I'd tell her. Because what she may not even believe me. I mean, who am I? I'm not her trusted friend. I'm just a colleague to her, just like she is to me. So it's a 50-50 chance she won't even believe what I'm saying because I don't know her. You know what I mean? And why should I care if I'm just her colleague? That's just how I take it. Now, what does this say about me and my character? Nothing. I don't wish it on her. I said I'm gonna pray for her. I'm gonna pray for the situation. But unless somebody asks me a question about it, I don't think I'm just running to tell her.
Okay. Well, I knew this girl told me about a guy that I knew throughout the party life scene. And she told me that he was on the DL. And I knew his cousin. And I ain't never tell his cousin. I just told, like one of my homies who was real close with his cousin. I was like, man, I heard old boy like his booty played with. I said something real crazy back then, but now I'm gonna make it seem like his booty played with. And back then in my 20s, so we talking like 2005, 2006. Nah, then he ain't gay. That's my man. He get all the girls, man. He ain't gay. No. So we actually really started dialing back and looking at the situation, how he act around the gay people and how he act around the girls. And I was like, I told you. You ain't listen. I told you. That girl told me. That's what he liked. He was like, man, I never seen it. I said, I ain't see it either until she opened my eyes to it. I don't have no gaydar. I couldn't tell you somebody gay within the conversation. I got to know my gaydar is low. I tell you my gaydar is low.
Very little.
Very low. Okay. We had a whole homie we was hanging with. You know what I mean? I'm still, I'm still cool. We still got love for him and everything. But we got a whole situation about him with, his gay love. And we asked him about it, of course they denied it. But then we seen his gay lover. And then, that's when things got crazy. And then he actually stopped coming around. But we never denied him or nothing. We just shot. But people used to say it though. They'd be like, no, such and such. You know he gay, right? No, he ain't gay. I seen him with plenty of girls.
Look, I just had a conversation just yesterday with somebody asking her if another person was or not. And I said, I don't know if he is or not, but I just love him. He's just such a good dude. I don't care either way. And she was like, I don't either. And I said, I think that's part of the reason why I can't tell people right away if they are or not, because I so don't care what what a person's sexuality is. I don't care. Mm-hmm. It doesn't bother me one way or the other. Your sexuality is yours to have, honey. You know, it's yours to have. Love is love, I guess, you know. Love is love. So I just think everybody wants to be, you know, I've said this to you before, Dennis. Everybody wants to be seen, heard, and loved. Every human being. Every human being wants to be seen, loved, and heard. And who am I to dictate how people are supposed to love each other? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's not my business.
Anytime people, you know, pull that scripture out about the abomination, I keep reminding them of them other sins that they don't want to talk about, like we talked about earlier.
And I'm not going to sit there and, you know, get mad at people because that's what they chose for their sexuality. That's what you chose. That's what you chose. I'm not here to. At the end of the day, listen, if that's what you like, that's cool.
That's what you like.
I'm not against that. That's your preference.
It's not how I get down, but I'm not going to cast an aspersion on you because that's how you get down.
Right. But I still love you, though. You see what I'm saying?
I love you. It's no still. I love you, period.
I got cousins that was gay. I still love them. Still love them. Ain't love them no different.
Nope. Now, after I found out, I was like, really?
They still don't get the gay joke, though. They're going to get the gay joke. But I still love them. They're going to get the gay joke.
You so silly.
Yeah, you're going to get the gay joke. That's
you are awful. You're awful, Dennis. Yeah, awful.
They already know. That's me. That's me all day.
Awful.
You're going to get the joke, but I still love you.
Awful. But anyway, people need to stop being so judgmental. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We have feelings. You know, we're not perfect. None of us. There's only one perfect person on this earth, walked this earth, and that was Jesus. So just stop it. Stop judging other folks.
That's what it is. Do not judge people.
It's not for us to judge. And we can have opinions, but we can't judge them. When people, I think people don't really understand what the term judge means.
I don't think so.
It's almost like they're saying you can't say anything bad about a person. That's not what I'm saying. You can't say that you dislike what they've done. That's not what judging is. Judging is like you condemning them to death. You're condemning them to never be this again, or you're just condemning the person. You standing on your high horse looking down at them because they did that. You didn't do that, but they did. Well, you've done some other stuff over there that don't nobody know about.
Right. That's and you know something. That's when I had to learn. Like it used to be people that I didn't like, you know, stuff like that. I was like, why you don't like them? Well, I don't like them because they did this one thing. One thing is the reason why you don't like them.
Forever.
And I had to sit there and think about it. Somebody not gonna like you for one thing.
I mean, it's
a good person, but it's gonna be one thing that's gonna piss somebody off that don't like. Hey, why you don't like them? I don't know. One day he rolled his eyes at me.
What? It's like crazy.
No, it's even crazier because, you know, I got surgery on my eyes, you know, back in 2019. But before then, if I rolled my eye, I couldn't see. So before then, they say something like, "Well, he rolled his eyes at me." That motherfucker couldn't see. No. I had this girl got mad at me because she said she didn't like the way I looked at her. And I was like, "Miss, I don't even know if I seen you." She was like, seriously? I said, yeah, I don't even know if I've seen you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I've seen you. I said, I don't see that well. She's like, no, you lying. No, I said, no, I'm serious. Like, I don't see that well. So you might see me staring and doing a lot of squinting. She's like, yeah, you do be squinting a lot. I don't see that well.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't believe it. Then, after that, she understood. We had conversation. She actually met my peoples. They actually gave her a whole rundown. She was like, oh my God, I just really thought he was just like, I didn't like the way he looked at me. She was like, I think it was my cousin. Like, I ain't even see you. I could have robbed that motherfucker. I didn't even see
you. But see, all of that would not have happened if what? If she just had a conversation.
She had a conversation.
I'm always gonna bring that up. I'm gonna keep telling you that communication is key, man. Key. Don't be afraid to have difficult or embarrassing conversations. Your thoughts might be all off base, and you think you know. Me included, I'm talking to myself too. That's why I'm always willing to talk about shit, because I could be wrong. This is how it made me feel, and this is what I think. But I'm gonna need to talk to them because I could have it wrong.
I have been wrong from time to time, and I don't mind being corrected. I don't mind being corrected.
But speaking of judging, I'll tell you about this brief conversation I had with a former coworker one time. And as you know, I've always been a single mom. I never got married. And I have my son, right. But my former coworker is married, has children with him, and she's very judgmental. So we're sitting, we chit chatting at work, talking about Father's Day. This is how it all came up. She talked about how she gets sick of these single moms talking about say Happy Father's Day to me because I'm mom and dad. I'm mom and dad. And she said, well, you the one that decided to have these children out of wedlock. Did nobody tell you to make yourself a single mom, right?
Right.
So since you a single mom, she said you gave why buy the cow when you get the milk for free. She said that knowing I'm a single mom. I'm sitting there. I'm a single mom, right?
Right.
She doesn't know if I'm a single mom because we got married and he died. She doesn't know we got married and divorced and I'm a single mom. She doesn't know if I was raped and I had a baby. She didn't know any of that. But she immediately went there to buying the cow and the milk for free. So I sat there for a minute because I was hurt. One thing, because she don't know what I had to go through when I had my son. It was something, right? Not being married and having a child, even in that days, in the 90s, it was still not well thought of. I'll say it that way. So I said to her, let me tell you something. The only difference between me and you is your birth control work.
Oh,
because bitch, you not gonna tell me you didn't sleep with that man before you got married to him. She couldn't say a word. She couldn't say a word. Don't sit on your high horse acting like you wasn't having sex before you got married. Oh, I know you did. Because y'all were in college, away from home. So don't tell me. Don't tell me. I've been to college. She huffed and turned around, but she never said that shit around me again. I can tell you that. Yeah. That right there is a story I often tell people when you talk about judgmental people. You have no right to be judgmental and looking down your nose at anybody because you're not perfect either. You don't know somebody else's story. So stop judging folks.
Yeah. I don't do no judging. I leave it alone.
Keep the shit to yourself.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. But speaking of judging, I still can't stand Derrick Henry. How about that? Chris Paul, can't stand him.
Well, you did get better. You did get better for a while, Chris Paul.
No, still can't stand him. Chris Paul, Chris Webber, hate him still.
Hey, okay, all right, we're gonna end on this. So, when you heard the news story about Chris Paul and the LA Clippers, what was your thoughts on that?
My thoughts was exactly what I put into MW Sports 360. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I don't understand why everybody is flipping out over this. He deserves every bit that he gets because he's that way. He's been this way since high school. He's a cancer. He's a problem. And I don't know why people don't want to acknowledge that. He's like two people in one body. So on the one hand, he thinks about his brethren as president of the Basketball Players Association or whatever and all that. People think that when you get that role that you must be an upstanding young man and a great teammate. No, he was an asshole teammate. And plenty of them have said so. He really was an ass in a hole and a dirty player in college. So when he got to the NBA, no different. I told you I couldn't stand him in college. So I know all about him. No. So I was like, first of all, it's the Clippers. So who really cares? It's the Clippers.
See, that's why that was the first thing I was thinking. I was like, he got a problem with the Clippers. Sharon can't stand the Clippers either. So
can't stand them.
I don't know how this gonna go on the two can stands.
They're irrelevant.
Two can stands.
Yeah. They're irrelevant. Relevant team. And then him, who cares? Now, do I think the way that they treated him was messed up? Yeah, it was messed up. But do I feel sorry for him? No.
Not an ounce.
Not a lick. You hear me? No, I don't. Just don't. Nope. He'll be all right. He's sitting on a pile of money. Because from what I understand, he's kind of frugal. He's frugal with his money. He doesn't do all this elaborate, over the top spending like most people in his circle does. He's pretty wise with his money, which I give him all the credit in the world for that. He takes care of his family. So I mean, even about him, I can find good things to say about him, Dennis. I just don't like him.
That's what I said. I said you got better.
No, I didn't get better. I still can't stand him. Just the same.
No, you got better. You say
No. I gave him credit where credit was due for something. I can't remember what it was at that point in time, and that was it.
Yeah.
I think it was when he was at OKC.
Golden State.
I thought it was when he was at OKC.
I think it was Golden State.
I don't remember praising him at Golden State. I don't remember that at all. Because I didn't want him to go there. I thought it was weird. But okay.
Yeah, I was surprised because I thought him and Draymond might get into it, but they didn't.
Yeah, I thought that too. So should Golden State move on from Draymond Green now?
I think it's time for them to move on from Steve Kerr, but they're not going to do it. But I think it's time for him to go. I think he's went past his breaking point. You know what I mean? You had that car for long enough. It's time for you to get a new car. It's done all this could do.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he's a great coach. I don't buy the whole he's not a good coach and that's just Mark Jackson's team that he had all the success with because he's still having success. So no. you know, people say that same crap about Mike Tomlin, and that's bullshit. It's bull.
Oh yeah,
it's bull.
I said Mike Tomlin won with Bill Cowher's team. I said that.
Yeah, but it's bull.
Yeah.
And you gotta just bring the rosters up.
Yeah, I said he hasn't won since.
Yeah, okay.
But he got a chance to prove me wrong, though. He got a chance to prove me wrong.
Well, I don't know what's gonna happen Monday, but I have to say the Texans defense does worry me. I think they're number 5. I think they have number 5 defense. Who the Eagles playing?
We got the 49ers.
Oh yeah, I think y'all can dispense of them easily.
Mm.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say none of that. I just want to win. So,
I think y'all gonna win. I do.
Yeah, I just want to win. Yeah. This back to back, this trying to win it back to back, really been hard on us this year.
That's hard, man.
And that's why I said it's hard to do. Only 10 teams have done it. Out of the 10 teams, one of the teams done it twice, which is your Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes.
That's what I said. I said winning the back to back is hard to do.
Yes, in 6 years too.
Yes. Yes. In the 70s. Y'all own the 70s.
We own it.
It's either y'all, it was y'all, and it was the Cowboys.
We own it. Cowboys didn't really get lethal until the 80s.
Okay.
49ers, Cowboys, that all came after us. Yeah, we struggled in the 80s. That's when they stopped they stopped selling the terrible towel for a while in the 80s.
Wow, that's crazy. I never knew they stopped selling something.
Yeah, they because people weren't buying them, so they stopped selling them and they brought it back in the 90s.
Bill Cowher. My man Bill Cowher.
Anyway, you know where the idea of twirling the towel really started?
No.
With Lynn Swan. So after they came up with this gimmick, everybody started, they sold out these towels quickly. And so I think it was the first game with them. The Steelers all came out and Lynn Swan had a towel, had one of the terrible towels at the time. And for some reason, when he ran out, he decided to twirl the towel. And the crowd went crazy. And ever since then, that's the thing. That's where it came from. Lynn Swan.
Okay. Wow.
The second greatest wide receiver we've ever had.
That's right.
Next to John Stallworth. He was better. People don't believe
was better.
He actually earned more yards than him. And people don't know that. I think more catches and yards, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, his stats are a little bit better than Lynn's. But I still say AB is better than both of them.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if you want to talk about it and not consider his short stint and how short his career was with us, he's the greatest wide receiver we ever had. Really. Antonio Brown. And I still tell him that when he posts crazy stuff now. He keeps posting these videos of him working out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I post every time I post in there.
Team or something.
I post in there, I'm like, AB, you are the greatest wide receiver ever. Hall of Famer. I post it all the time and in his comments, all the time, always in his comments. Because he was.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank y'all for coming out with us today. Could have been anywhere in the world. But you
I got a final word.
Yes, you got the final word. I ain't got it. You got it.
You don't have one?
I ain't got one. You got it.
Okay, well, pray for our nation. They're killing citizens now, y'all. I just hope y'all wait and see what's going on. Stop saying that you don't do politics, because politics is doing you. That's my final thought.
That's our final thought. And with that being said, we are going to get out of here.
A preacher presented his wife the other